Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to share my process for filming solo and how I set up to make sure everything goes smoothly. I hope these tips help you streamline your process so you can get better results as well. Here we go. The first step is obviously preparation. This is where I put the most of my time, and it all starts with storyboarding. Now, before you get overwhelmed, I'm using this term very loosely. If I'm doing a music video with a lot of skits and cinematic elements, of course I will do some traditional storyboarding to make sure I get all the shots that I need. But if it's just a music video that's mostly performance shots, I go about it in a bit of a different way. I basically just take a PDF of my sheet music score and I go and mark it up just like so. Right here, I'll mark little dots or lines over where I think it might be nice to cut to different angles. And of course, this is super flexible. I'll probably change a lot of things later, but this really helps me get an idea of how much I'm going to need, if there are parts I don't even need to film at all, if I need some extra angles that I wouldn't have thought of otherwise. So even though it's more work up front, it really helps to make sure I'm organized and have everything that I need when I get to the editing room. Here's another example from my race theme video that I did many years ago. This one was especially complicated because it was the biggest thing I had done at the time. Since I was performing only one solo violin part, I had to get so many different angles for variety and even did 3 different lighting setups. So I really had to prepare and make a big checklist of which angles I was going to get for each setup and mark them as I was filming so that I wouldn't forget what I had done already. Another way I do storyboarding is to plan out split screen configurations. Especially for these big action-packed videos, I know I'll want a few spots with really big split screen setups just for shock and awe. So I'll kind of diagram those out as I have the score in front of me so I can see how many parts I'm going to have and what angles I want. By deciding this ahead of time, I save myself so much time because I don't have to film full takes of every single backup part, only the ones I actually need for those key moments. Once the storyboarding is done, the next step is to prepare everything so that filming will go smoothly. If I'm doing a music video where I've already recorded the audio track, I need to bounce out some kind of click track or mock-up to record against. This could be the final track, but usually I will export the track with the click track baked in. It just makes it easier for me to follow along when I'm filming. I usually also bounce out just a click track, basically the metronome, assuming that the song doesn't have a lot of tempo changes. This helps a lot because if I make a mistake or lose focus, I can just easily go back and redo it. Or if I'm filming a lot of small parts with just snippets here and there, I can just easily knock those out. Does this mean I spend more time syncing my footage later? Yes. Would I rather spend more time syncing footage later if it means filming goes by faster? Also yes. This is just my personal preference. Filming is the hardest part of the process for me because I only have a limited window when I can do it, and I find it particularly uncomfortable and exhausting. Whereas with syncing and editing, I can do that at any time later. I can start and stop whenever I need. So I just personally would rather get through filming as quickly and smoothly as possible, even if it means a little more work for me later on. Alright, so next, organizing all of my lenses, batteries, props, anything else I need is crucial. I want to make sure I have everything ready to go so that I'm not scrambling to find something in the middle of a shoot. I usually set up all my lighting and gear the night before so that I can fine-tune everything and make sure it's mostly ready to go. I do it the night before because the morning of filming there's already a lot to do and I want to make sure I can start as quickly as possible. One thing that helps is I have a dedicated charging station where all of my batteries, lights, and other gear stays powered up in one place. This has been super helpful because while I'm filming, as soon as a battery dies, I can just pop it into the charger and get a fresh one immediately. When I film, I always use an external monitor, and honestly, I could not do anything without it. It helps me see exactly what the camera sees, but on a much larger screen, make sure my framing, focus, and lighting are perfect before hitting record, and catch mistakes in real time so I can fix them immediately. Even though my camera has a flip out screen, which not all cameras do, my eyes are not good, y'all. I'm looking at the flip out screen now and I cannot tell if I'm in focus from here, especially if I'm using a 50mm lens so the camera's like all the way on the other side of the room. Plus, I don't want to be staring at the camera screen the whole time because it can look really creepy, and also I need to look at the music and it would just look weird. So yeah, if you ever thought that I'm closing my eyes while I'm playing, I'm actually just staring at my monitor down here the whole time, my monitor and my music, just to make sure everything is looking a-okay. This is a really overlooked step, but I find it crucial to my workflow. After the shoot, I take stock of anything that went wrong, like if a cable wasn't long enough, if my external monitor decided to just stop working, if I didn't really have enough batteries for the amount of time I planned to film. I make note of it so that I can fix the problem before next time. Also, before tearing down, I immediately dump all of my footage onto my computer and take a quick peek just to make sure that there wasn't some kind of catastrophe, something was just out of focus the whole time or didn't record properly. So once I take everything down and my makeup comes off, nothing is getting refilmed. It's just so much easier to reshoot something right away than realize later that I missed a shot that I really needed. And that's my full filming solo workflow, from preparing and planning to reflecting and making things better for next time. If you found this video helpful, I hope you will subscribe for more tips and give the video a like. And you'll probably also like this video I made on 5 ways you can make your music videos look more engaging and polished. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.